Hello YouTube, I am Kevin and I will be doing a tutorial for the best HD rendering settings which are possible right now on Sony Vegas. The reason I'm doing this video is because I've seen many videos that have settings and they are decent, but none of them are great and they all have problems, so I'm doing this one to make one that does not have many problems. So first you want to open up your Vegas, obviously. You want to import your clip, so you go to File, Import, Media, or you can just drag it in, but let's do this. So you gotta find the clip, just choose a random one. I'll do this one, I guess. But open it and drag it down here into the taskbar. Alright, so now that you have it in here, you should see it up here. You want to go to pan and crop, which is right here, and you want to click main aspect ratio to be on no, and you want to drag it so there is no black lines around here. It's just the video. Right about there, that's good enough. Okay, just gonna find a good spot. That's pretty good. Okay, so next we're going to video FX. I will put a little link on the video if you want to skip right to the rendering settings if you already did edit it. But for people who don't have any effects in it yet, these are some suggested ones, not the ones you need to do, but they will make your video look a lot nicer. So first go to brightness and contrast, and I have a preset here, but I'll show you my thing. So if you want to put the brightness on 0.05, contrast on 0.15, and contrast center on 0.50. Now sometimes I leave this on 0.00, but depending on the map you want it a bit brighter so it's not too dark when you finally render at the end. So these are the numbers you want. You can save that here as a preset so you don't have to keep changing it every time you come in. Okay, and to do that you just have to obviously pull in reset to none, right, and then put the numbers in here. So next we're going to go to levels. Actually no, we're going to go to color correction, sorry. And we're just going to drag in the studio RGB to computer RGB. We're going to put that in here. And you don't have to change anything here, you just have to drag it in. And we're going to close that. Next we're going to go to levels, which is right here. And I also have a preset for this one, but you just have to copy in these numbers here. For input start, you want it at around 0.104. These numbers don't have to be exact, but these are recommended. Input end 1, output start you want at 0, output end you want at 1, and then gamma around 1. I like a bit lower so it's not as bright. So that's where you want these numbers. Also at any time in the video you could pause it, so if I'm going too quick you could obviously just look at these numbers rather than keep watching it over and over again. So next we're going to go to saturation adjust. Here it is. Again, I have a preset. So these are the numbers you're going to want for this. For the amount, you want 0.30339. Center, you want at 0. Spread 1. Low 0 and high 0. So you just have to copy these numbers in. And again, if you're going too quick, you could pause it and get these numbers down. So that's saturation adjust. And you could save the preset again here. Okay, next you want to go to sharpen and pull in reset to none. You want, if you are recording with HD, you want to leave it at 0.00. If you are using a DAL or something, I don't know if this video will be great for you then for the rendering settings, but you could still use this. But if you are using a DAL, you're going to want this really high, like even up to like 9. I don't know if you'll see that. Yeah, that's huge, but you don't want that for the HD PVR or something like that. You just want to leave it at 0.00. And if you could see, I don't know if you're able to see here, but it does make it look nicer, just a bit more crisp. But you don't want to add any sharpen if you are using an HD device. It will just ruin it, sort of. Just reset to 0. Okay, next you're going to go to soft contrast. And I think there's two things here. Do vignette first. So you just have to copy in these numbers. So all of these make 0, and then correction hue make around 40. Okay, and then vignette, you just have to copy these in. Make sure exterior effect is on black. Okay, and strength around 35, or just above 30, below 40. You want this at rectangle, and then copy in these numbers here. Softness around 47, width about 85, around there. Height you want at 80, and then 15, 50, 50. So that's pretty simple. Let's copy those in. After soft contrast, that's all the effects you're going to add. So first you want to right click on your video, go to properties, and you want to disable resample so there's no lines going through video while you're doing it. Also your video properties, I don't know if I showed you those. You want to go to properties and make sure it's on 1280 by 720. You want non-progressive scan, 1 square, whatever your frame rate is. Usually it's 59.94 or double NTSC. You want that off. You want 8-bit, best, Gaussian, and you don't need blend fields. I prefer it, but if not, you can click none. It's not a big deal. And you apply that, and okay. So now we are pretty much ready to render it. So we're going to select the area you want to render. We're going to go up here. We're going to click best and full, which I already have on. And then we're going to go to render. So we're going to click render as, file, render as, and we're going to choose a name, whatever, a name, doesn't really matter. And I have a custom template, but we're just going to go here, and you could choose, I'll just do HD, my template. So you want it on custom frame size, 1280 by 720, that's for HD. You want this on main. Your frame rate should automatically adjust, but you want it on 59.940, 160, but it's like it should automatically adjust to your video. Don't unclick this, you don't want that clicked. You want non-progressive scan 1, and you want this at 2, and then you want these at 14 million, both of them. Now I don't really know what this is. It doesn't really matter. It hasn't changed the quality of the video, so you could leave it on. I'm going to leave it on. Leave the audio the same. Leave it as it is. And project, you want to go to best. Then you're going to click OK. And you are going to click save, and it is going to render out. So thank you for watching my video. These, as is, are probably the best rendering settings for HD. I hope you enjoyed it. Please post any suggestions or post a video response if you did use these settings, and if you liked it or did not like it, please comment and let me know what I could change. Thank you, and that is all.